If the active call of the wild beckons you to explore deeper drifts further off the beaten path, then you're going to need a pair of snowshoes. Not only do you get to spend more time in nature, but you can burn between 400 and 900 calories an hour and build bigger muscles while lessening the impact on your joints. To figure out how to choose snowshoes and to get started on my snow trekking travels, I'm meeting an expert at Adventure Guide, a local full-service outdoor outfitters. All right, so I'm here at Adventure Guide with Jason Cunningham to get a snowshoe one-on-one to learn everything we need to know to get out on the trails safely this winter. Jason, how's it going?
Good. How are you today?
Great. Thanks so much for being on the show.
No problem.
Awesome. Now, you're an avid snowshoer, is that right?
I am. I get out a good number of times a year, out with my family. It's a great time.
Perfect. And what do you like about snowshoeing personally?
I like snowshoeing because it is so easy. Anyone who can walk can snowshoe. And there's so many great spots in the area that you can get out and do it.
Dynamite. So if I'm a total beginner, I want to get a set of snowshoes, why don't you take me through what's the anatomy of a snowshoe here?
Well, there's a couple key pieces to the snowshoe. First, the binding. The binding is what attaches your foot to the snowshoe. You want to make sure that it's comfortable, easy to get on and off, especially with gloves on, because in the cold you don't want to be taking your gloves off to get your mittens on. Second, we want to look at how the snowshoe is attached to the binding. And that's going to affect how much snow flips up your tail, how the snowshoe drags, and how the snowshoe performs.
Okay.
Lastly, we want to look at the traction. The traction is always in the crampon on the bottom. So this is a mountain snowshoe. So this one's got a fair bit of traction in the heel and in the forefoot.
Perfect. Okay, so I guess that sort of brings me to the next obvious question. I guess before I decide on what shoes I need, snowshoes, I need to decide on what kind of terrain, what activities I want to do. Is that right?
Exactly. It's really important to buy the right snowshoe for the right terrain. If you have too much traction, it's never a bad thing. But if you have not enough, you can get some problems if it gets icy. For most people in this area who are going to snowshoe on local fields or on the trails, they probably don't need to go with something with this much traction.
Right.
They could probably get into something like this. It's got a little bit less traction,
Okay.
but it will be lots for the trails around here.
Perfect. So, say I just want to get off the trails, explore the conservation areas a little bit. This is the kind of shoe I need, but starting with my footwear, can I wear anything?
You can wear almost any type of shoe in this. Most people are going to wear something like this. This is a winter hiking boot. Okay. It's got 400 grams of insulation in it to help keep your feet nice and warm, and it will just slide right into your binding.
Perfect. Okay, so I guess what are the next things? I know where I want to go, and that sort of determines how much traction I need. I guess the float is determined by what?
The float is determined by your body weight. So if you're just going out for a half day and you're just going to carry a little bit of water and some snacks with you, then you can probably buy a snowshoe designed exactly for your body weight. If you're going to go out for a weekend, carry a backpack, maybe carry your kid on your back, you're going to need to buy a snowshoe that is designed for that weight.
Okay, and I guess, you mentioned family and children, all that stuff. Are the shoes generic, or are they different for gender, kids?
There is a difference between a men and women's snowshoe. The gait of a man and a woman is very different. Men tend to walk with their toes pointed out. Women tend to walk with their toes pointed in. To make it easier for women to walk, women's snowshoes tend to be narrower in the tails.
Is there a difference between like a running snowshoe and like just a walking around snowshoe?
There are. Running snowshoes tend to be designed purely for traction. They tend not to be really big. They tend to be really light. We actually have a running snowshoe right here.
Okay.
This is about as big as a running snowshoe will get.
Cool.
So it's really designed to give you traction when you're running on packed trails.
Excellent. So, and then beyond that, just style, color choice, that kind of thing?
Style and color choice, exactly. There's lots of different colors, as you can see by our wall, and you can find the snowshoe that best suits your personality, I guess.
Any brand names I should look out for? Like, I'm totally new at it. What stands for quality in your store?
Here at Adventure Guide, we sell Atlas, MSR, Louis Garneau, and GV, and they're all a great quality snowshoe. If you want to come into the store, we can help you pick out the one that's best for you.
Perfect. And if I need further information, what's some contact information?
Well, you can visit our website at www.advguide, and all of our contact information is there. Or you can give us a call at the store at 519-886-3121.
All right, perfect. So snowshoeing, another great winter activity. Now we've got the shoes. Let's go find the snow.